morning. This is February 7th. I put out a video this morning, early this morning when I woke up from a dream. This wasn't like a rapture dream. What it was a warning dream. And, because I've had all kinds of dreams ever since the Pope showed up. So bear with me, okay? This dream, this warning is for you, for your friends, for everybody that you possibly know. You got to tell everybody. Right down to your children, What I seen was, and this, I'm going to also tell you about what I had happen to me, what people said to me, including my own family members. In this dream, it was like we were going down a big river. And there was a fork in that river, okay? Now, everybody in this river kept throwing rocks at me. Just throwing lots of rocks. And I took and I started trying to throw them back at them, but my rocks weren't going near them for some reason. I couldn't get near them. And I guess you're not supposed to do that. But anyhow, they took and kept throwing rocks at me and everything. Then all of a sudden, there was a big mountain on the side. Huge mountain, an old-looking mountain. But there was like rows and rows of open doors right beside each other on different levels on this mountain, okay? With round doorways. They weren't square, they were like round. Like they'd been there for eternity, forever. And just side by side, herds of them, herds of doors on different levels. And all these people that were going down that river, I ended up going to the left of it because of the everybody throwing rocks at me and stuff. I had to get away from them. And anyhow, next thing I knew, these people were all being like lifted up, and they were all going through the those open doorways. But it was like when they were lifted up going through those doorways, they were like, their shoulders were slumped, and they were like back to back, just going through it. I'm talking like, unbelievable amounts of people. And you notice in this dream now, they're all going together, You know how Hillary Clinton said, well, we got to get our ships, we got to all go in the same direction, all of us. And no, that's wrong, especially today. Even with my business, man, people are telling me, just do what everybody else is doing. They don't want to pay for a good job, give them a shitty job. I've showed it here where I used to have a painting business called Gulf Bay Painting, and you can check out my license number, man. I've never had no complaints. I gave 20-year warranties. Even my sister was saying, Mark, how could you give that? Nobody gives those kind of warranties. I said, Hope, the paint that you use is a 25-year paint, and if you follow the directions, it'll work. But not only that, I fixed the stucco, I fixed plaster, I fixed drywall. I did everything, that you're supposed to do. And, but it got to the point where people were telling people what they wanted to hear to get the job. They would be cheaper than I could do it because I did everything right. I followed the directions like you're supposed to do it. I didn't make, even if they paid me the money that I wanted, I didn't make as much as those guys cheating because they were doing them hand over hand. You know what I mean? But they were getting these jobs done in 2.5 days, what would take me 7 days. And then I would spend $500, if not more, just on the prepping material, just to get it ready to paint, where they spent nothing. You know what I mean? And but they were telling people what they wanted to hear, and that's what politicians do, tell you what you want to hear. And if you would have seen all these people, this is important. How many friends do you know that are just doing what everybody else is doing? You know what I mean? All these people were following each other in the same direction, and they were all going through these doors together. But there was like hundreds and hundreds of doors that I could see. That's just what I could see. And I knew there was more doors, And these people were like going through back to back. You couldn't squeeze another person between them. That's the sure number of people that are going into hell. is what that is. And it's not just America. I'm talking about around this whole globe. You know, but I know that was a message for me to get out. And I put one out last night. It was dark. As soon as this one uploads, I'm going to delete the other one because, you know, I don't want to have two of the same things up there. But I just felt that's how important it was to get it out. It was slow uploading because I was doing it from the nearest Wi-Fi that I could hook up to, and I barely had any strength in it. For some reason, I'm back off the Walmart one right now. But anyhow, I'm going to get this out right away, man. And remember what I said, man. Are you working for somebody, you know, where they say, well, this is what everybody's doing, you know? And do you feel in your heart that this ain't right, you know? Because if you're doing something that you have something telling you it isn't right, trust me, it's not right. I had to walk away from my business, man. My business, it meant everything to me. I mean, this is what I've always done. I've always loved doing this. But now I clearly see these are the end times, and you know, this is it. It's over. My business is over. You know, it's not about that anymore. Now it's about doing what the Lord wants, and the Lord wants to warn people. This is it. You know what I mean? I mean, even little children are getting dreams and stuff, and they're trying to warn people. They're trying to warn their families, their parents' families, everybody. I mean, with urgency. You know what I mean? And even my niece told me one day, you know, she goes, you got to make people like you. You know, because when I would tell them the truth, they didn't like that. You know, about the obesity problem they were having over there. And my brother was, you know, I missed him, but they were telling me what he said. You know, and I'm like, why would he say that? You know, like he was saying, thanks for helping out with my sister. You know, when I came there and I seen her not helping out, she just sat there. She went, when she fed her daughter, I mean, the food, the sweet stuff all the time, letting her have things she shouldn't have, and she was very unhealthy. She made her eat off of styrofoam plates, plastic forks, because she didn't want to ever wash dishes. And I told her the truth. I said, this is not good. I said, you're not even teaching your daughter what's right here anymore. You know, you're showing her that you don't care to do anything. You know, you should at least be able to feed her off of regular plates and wash your dishes. You know, and you know, it got real ugly for me after that. I'm not going to get into all that, but trust me when I'm saying this. You know, this dream was very important. That's why I got it out last night. All the sheer number of people, man, and then everybody was throwing rocks at me because nobody liked me. And that's why I said, you know, I was to be rejected, which I am. I'm totally rejected. I'm living in my truck, you know. Nobody's ever believed me. It's horrible. You know, it's just, if you feel like you're working with somebody and you feel like this is my job, I got to do it, this is how I got to survive. No, you don't, man. We're getting ready to leave right now. This would be the time to stand up and quit. And even with your co-workers will see this, the importance of it. You know, we're going to be leaving any time. This is a dream. I know we're going to be leaving any time, man. There's phone solicitors out there, people that are selling people that they know they don't need just because they're trying to hustle. And it's wrong, you know. If you're doing stuff that's wrong, you know, you got to stop. Stop it now. Because this is an eternity. Your eternal soul is in stake here. Let me get this out, man. God bless. I hope this helps somebody. And remember what I said, man. This was a river of people, man. And then there was, when I went off on a different direction, it was because I was being forced that way by, you know, I didn't get along with what everybody else was doing. They started throwing rocks at me. And, you know, that's why I'm out here today, living out here like this. You know, but it's almost over, man. This dream showed me, you know, this is it. People are all making the choices where they're going to go. God bless, man, and I pray that the Holy Spirit be with you. And ask yourself this, are you doing something because everybody else is doing it? That's just the way it is, you know? then you're following people into the pits of hell, because that's a choice that you're supposed to make. And if you follow everybody, just, you know, you're making the wrong choice. Okay? Trust me, man. We're out of here. We're leaving any time now. You know, and if you feel, you know, that that God's going to forgive you because that's what everybody else is doing, man, I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because all you're doing is having other people follow you. You know, right now, nobody's following me that I can see of. You know, I get a few people on here that send me a few notes saying, you know, good job, keep it up. But I'm telling you, I should have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, but I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you the truth, man. And that's what my dream was, and I'm sharing it just like it was, man. There's millions upon millions of people going down the same path, and all those doors that were in the mountain, man, people, it was like they were on escalators going through these doors. They weren't just walking in them, man. And then they were like back to back, man. No comfort into it. It was like, I couldn't imagine so many people like this, you know, to see this dream. I've had a lot of dreams. I know that was a warning dream. I've had perverted, stinking, thinking kind of dreams. I know the devil throws them at you. This was a warning dream from the Lord. I know it was. But he also let me see that I was not in that group going into that. And that would look like a scary place to be going. You don't want to go there, because I think once you go through that mountain, you're in the caves. And then from the caves, you're going down deep. What do caves do? They go down, you know, to the pits of hell, man. Please trust me on this. You know, I never dreamed like this before in my life until this past September. It started happening to me every single night. I mean, when I go to bed at night, when I get ready to lay down here and go to sleep, I know I'm going to get bombarded with dreams and stuff. And I don't look forward to it. I'm tired of it. I'm very tired. I think that's why it says in Revelations 3, I know you have little strength left, you know, and I have a door opened. You know, I hear all these other people with their dreams or whatever, or their visions or whatever. I don't hear them talking about this other stuff. You know, I don't know, man. I'm not here to tickle your ear. I'm here to tell you the truth. You know, I don't have the pleasant sounding music, and I don't